And we're live. This is Jim Miller, Unlocking Personal Leadership. And this is episode number 24. Wow, it's going fast. And tonight I've got a whole bunch of projects I'm working on, and I just wanted to give you an update on what's going on. And I tell you what, it's getting exciting because things are starting to happen. I'm meeting amazing people. I'm starting to get real traction, I think, with the projects I'm working on, and things are starting to move. So it's really cool. I wanted to tell you about some of the things I'm working on. Of course, this show we talk about becoming. We talk about longevity and living a long time, really healthy. So you live, and then die. None of this stretched out, having to be in a wheelchair or using a walker or having chronic diseases. None of that. We're not having that here. This is what we talk about: staying healthy, doing what it takes to keep your body in great shape. And my update is that since I did my fast, Lisa and I did our fast, I've been taking my glucose every single day in the morning, first thing. And I'm tracking my numbers on that. And I'm very clear now on what exactly is happening in my body. And I'm working now with my diet and my exercise and my meditation to optimize the performance of energy production for my mitochondria. And I feel great. I've got more energy now. I'm waking up completely ready to go. And coffee still tastes good, but I don't really need it. I'm just, bam, I'm ready to go. And it's wonderful. Working on becoming, there's so many cool things that I can work on. We were talking about, when you have something that you're putting off, why are you doing that? What is it that's causing you to put something off? Is it that you're avoiding it, or is it that just that you want to delay it? Bob Donnell brought that up in coaching this week, and we had a good discussion. It was really fun. And I learned about patterns of getting to know yourself. And if you're in any patterns, Bob says he's more concerned about the patterns that we are dealing with or that we're in, as to whether or not what we're doing and the way we're living is the best way for the next level. As Bob, his programs are always encouraging people to move into their next level. So for me, I'm starting to look at those patterns now, and what is it that I'm doing or not doing on a regular basis that is causing me to be successful and not be successful as quickly and as comfortably as I want to be. And so that's a tremendous amount of growth that I'm going through right now, even at age 66. It's there's no stopping this. And longevity, gosh, I'm going to the gym 3 to 5 times a week now. I'm working out at least an hour. I'm spending 40 minutes. I got the stopwatch from my phone, and I'm checking. I have it set up where I'm tracking my time, and I'm keeping my heart rate up at zone 2, which is about 120 to 140 beats per minute for that whole 40 minutes, and just exercising. And it's not total strenuous, but it's really good. And then sometimes I mix in the high intensity interval training, where I'll just go full out for 30 seconds, 21 to 30 seconds. That's what Dave Osprey talks about in his book, Superhuman. And so you go for 21 to 30 seconds full out, and then you see how long it takes you to recover that, for your heart rate to come back down to normal. So before you start, you track your heart rate. What is it at baseline? What is it at rest? How many beats per minute? And then you warm up first, make sure you warm, and then you go full out for 21 to 30 seconds at doing something, preferably something whole body, and just get your heart rate up, breathe, and then stop and relax totally, and wait to see how long it takes for your heart rate to come back to normal. That's what you track, is that time it takes to come back to the baseline. And the quicker that is, the better in shape you are. And the idea there is you get your heart rate and your oxygen demand up really quickly, and your body starts conditioning itself for maximum load. Instead of conditioning, if you run a marathon, that's great, but you're conditioning your body for like 70% all the time. You never reach max potential. And you're not going to get the stress in your cells. You're not going to get the autophagy. And so what I'm working on is getting my body to a normal, or to an elevated state where it's burning calories even when I'm not exercising at night, or when I'm resting. It's recovering, and it's actually burning calories and repairing itself while I'm resting. So my visceral fat is starting to go down, which is really good. My muscle mass is back up from my fast, and I'm starting to make some real progress on my health numbers in terms of glucose. And I believe insulin is part of that mix too. So those two things, becoming and longevity. And then we talk about audience building. I'm working with a gentleman now in the Temecula Valley. His name is Robert Welsh, and he and his wife have a company called Vivians, and they're working on creating a business, helping other businesses use AI efficiently in their business. And so I'm working with him. He's putting a proposal together for me right now to help me integrate AI into my podcast. And I've got about 80 interviews that I've done on my bold leadership stories. And I'm taking that chunk of content, I'm going to use AI to parse it down into smaller chunks, use those and create nuggets with that. And I can take those nuggets and do whatever I want. I can create a lead magnet. I can use it to help the people who interviewed on my show, to kind of highlight what they're doing, and it helps them. It helps me. So I'm gonna work on getting AI integrated into my audience building, and that's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I'm a tech guy, and I love trying new things. And so what he's doing, which is I think really amazing, is we had a chat. He's put together parameters of what I want to do with that, and he's just going to ask ChatGPT, what do I do, and see what comes back, and we'll see what happens. So I'll keep you updated on that. It should be interesting to see what happens. And then, so that's what's going on with the audience building. I'm continuing on with this show, and I'm also continuing on with doing lives on my bold leadership stories, and I'm updating the graphics and the look and the feel of it. And I'm doing 3 channels right now. I'm going to go up to 8. I'm going to upgrade the live on StreamYard to 8 channels. So I'll be taking over the world here soon. It's like, so the technology is so amazing. I can, anybody could do this, but it's taking that idea of accessing the right target audience. Going to ask AI, okay, who should we be talking to here? Where are they located? Where do they hang out? What are their pain points? What is it that they want to know more about? And get that feedback and start talking about those things on the show. So we're solving problems and we're gaining an audience. What could be better than that? And so that's the idea of the building the audience. And that's kind of my update right now on that. If you have any questions, I'm in Facebook. Just pop on in and say hi. I think I can see you. Yeah, because I got my broadcasts up here, so we should be able to see you. And then what else? I've got the wealth building, generational wealth building. I'm working right now on putting together a program for myself called a cash flow bank, and I'm working with the Wealth Factory on that, and Garrett Gunderson's group, and they have helped me set up contacts, and I'm getting quotes together and putting proposals together right now for creating a a cash flow banking system, so that what happens is that it's basically a whole life insurance policy with paid up additions and term life riders, and that pays dividends too. So, and actually when I use that as a savings, it's tax advantaged, tax free. And it's also set up where I can borrow from that money in the account and use it for investments. And those investments, I'm looking at using that for probably real estate. And we'll see. I'm looking at different real estate deals right now to see where can I put that money to put it to work and make it giving me a good return, and flexibility to do the investing I want, instead of having it in a fund somewhere that's just going to get a base number at low risk, but a steady, lower income type of investment. But I'm really excited to put that money to work in some a little more aggressive locations in real estate. So that's exciting. And then community service. I forgot. I've got another project I'm working on in the audience building area. And I think I told you about this before, but this is about, I'm going to be a best-selling author. I've purchased into a group of people with Scotty Carlisle up in Corona, and he and his team are putting together this anthology. We've gathered 20 plus authors, and we're all writing a paragraph. And I met with the professional writers yesterday, and we had a nice chat for about an hour. And I showed her my first chapter of the book that I started, and she gave me some pointers. She didn't tell me to rewrite the whole thing. She told me to kind of combine. I had 2 sections, and she told me how to combine the 2. So I've got some more work to do, but that's okay. I was expecting that, and it's good to get that feedback. So that's another project that I'm excited about and working on. Lots going on. Let's see what else. And I'm working on a project with my fraternity house. We're interviewing a gentleman whose name is Don Montgomery, and his nickname was in the fraternity house was Radar, because he was actually involved with the space program, the precursor programs to Apollo, before we landed on the moon. Man landed on the moon. With his team, Don's team, was responsible for sending up lunar landers. So they actually landed on the moon with unmanned landers and surveyed the areas and took samples and did all kinds of fun things up there. So he was involved with that. And he was also the leader of a band called the Collegians when he was at Cal Poly at school in San Luis Obispo back in 1952. So we got some of the music and pictures. We put a little video together, and I posted that on my Facebook. So you guys can, if you want to take a look at that sometime, just hop on and you can see it. It's pretty fun. Cool music, like jazz band, Jimmy Dorsey and those kind of things. It's just old school, and you can still hear the crinkles of the sound there. So it's nostalgic and fun, and it's just been a great project. And we have our second interview with Don tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that, and I'll give you an update on it when we get there. Let's see. And then, the last thing is I'm putting together a spotlight presentation, and what we're doing is we're rescuing families and businesses from a broken healthcare system. And that's another project that is near and dear to my heart, and I'm very excited about doing that. We're saving businesses and families 30 to up to 70% on their healthcare with high quality, excellent alternative to healthcare insurance. And so that's fun, seeing the smiles on faces of people that take a look at it, do their research, look at what they've got now versus or don't have. And a lot of people, it's like 91 million people that are either don't have insurance or underinsured or can't afford to pay for their health care. Or they have huge deductibles and they never actually use their health care. So don't get me started. Right? We'll talk forever about that. But I just wanted to make this a short live. We've been 15 minutes so far. So just a quick update. Wanted to give you guys just an idea of what I'm working on, and it's exciting. Love to see what you're working on. If you have anything that you've got, any projects you've got, put them in the chat, and we'll talk about it. So till next time, talk to you tomorrow. See ya. Bye.